Welcome back to Math 109 Plain Trigonometry. In this video, we're going to conclude the series of videos we've been doing on solving trigonometric equations. So in this video, we're going to look at the problem 4 sine theta cosine theta is equal to the square root of 3. So we see that sine theta cosine theta. We want to think a little bit about where we've seen that before. And it's part of the double angle formula for sine. Sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cosine theta. So we can rewrite this problem a little bit to have a 2 sine theta cosine theta in it. That'll be 2 times 2 sine theta cosine theta is equal to the square root of 3. So, as I mentioned, 2 sine theta cosine theta is sine of 2 theta. So we get 2 sine of 2 theta is equal to the square root of 3. So now divide both sides by 2. Get sine of 2 theta is equal to the square root of 3 divided by 2. And let me rewrite that a little bit just so that we don't get confused with my bad markings there. So now, before I solve this any further, let's take a look at the interval that we've been solving these in. 0 degrees less than or equal to theta, less than or equal, not less than or equal to, strictly less than 360 degrees. Well, now I want that same interval, but we have a 2 theta to deal with here. So we need to double both of our bounds. So lower bound's still going to be 0 degrees. The upper bound's now going to be 720 degrees. So not only do we have to deal with the angles the first time around that have a sine of square root of 3 over 2, we also have to deal with them the second time around. So, square root of 3 over 2 tells us that our reference angle is 60 degrees. And we know that the sine is positive in the first and second quadrants. So the possibilities for 2 theta are 60 degrees and 120 degrees, but we need to go all the way to 720 degrees. So we're going to take our coterminal angles by adding 360 to each of these. So we have 420 degrees and 480 degrees. And now it's just as simple as dividing both sides of this equation. And I'm using some terminology here. The book also does it. Technically, I should have this as 4 separate equations, but I just combined it all into one. So now our possibilities for theta are 30 degrees. Try to write 30 a second time. 60 degrees. 210 degrees. And 240 degrees. So that's all the material that we have for Chapter 6. In class on Monday, we will be working through some more examples of these. So I will see you on Monday.